What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets January 2024 releases. We have our first release from Gemini Jets for the new year coming up on Thursday, January 18th. So we're exactly 5 weeks after the last release that came out back in December, which was a really good release. I've got 4 models on the way from that release as I record this. That unboxing video will be coming out on Saturday is what I have planned at the current moment. Let's go ahead to the new releases. I'm a little bit late to this because I had class again, but, you can't have anything perfect in this world, so there's going to be a lot of instances where I will miss the new releases right as they come out because I have class going on, but here we go. No 1 to 72 releases this month. We've got 1 to 200 to take a look at first, so here we go. First release that we have is a Virgin Australia 737 Max 8. Saw this in 1 to 400 last month. That model looked really good in that scale, so 1 to 200 hopefully will be the same. We got another C5 Super Galaxy to take a look at up next. This one is from Travis Air Force Base. I can't remember where the first one was from, but I know they already did one previously. So there's our second release of the C5 Super Galaxy. Look at this, UPS 757-200 with the current worldwide services title. So this is the current livery that UPS has on their aircraft. Some planes are still flying with the smaller worldwide services titles from what I've noticed. Moving along, we've got the 1 to 200 United A321neo to take a look at. Looking really good. Continuing on, we have a Lufthansa A380, our first A380 of 2024. Looking really nice here as well. Standard livery, but there is no aircraft name, I just noticed. I think, Lufthansa still names their A380s, but I'm not sure about that particular example, if that was supposed to be the case. Ooh, holy. Another Delta CRJ 900? In 1 to 200 scale? I'm sorry. Okay, well, this is interesting. November 800 Sierra Kilo is the registration, so it's different than the one that they did back in 2021, but does that mean there will be a 1 to 400 re-release of the Delta CRJ 900? We'll find out soon. We have a Bonza 737 Max 8. I was about to combine Bonza and Qatar in one word, which is not what I intended to do, but I almost did it there, so apologies. But Bonza 737 Max 8, saw this in 1 to 400 a few months ago. Moving up, we've got the, this is an Atlas Air 747-8. This is not the same one as the last livery. This one has a different sticker on the left side. I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't know too much about that. Looks like an anchor there, so it must be something with like the ocean. I'll do some research while I'm editing to figure out what that's all about. And then we have a regular release after that. So nice to see that they are doing kind of like what they do with the flaps down releases, or this is exactly what they do with the flaps down. They offer an option with the interactive, the opening, closing doors, and then one that doesn't have it, because I know there's been some criticism about that, and they want both. So there's definitely the good idea on that one. And look at this, a DC-3 in 1 to 200. This is, I believe this is Aeromexico. This is a very, very old livery of Aeromexico. It's Aeronaves de Mexico, so yeah, I think this is like a predecessor to Aeromexico. I could be wrong on that, but it's a very, very old livery nonetheless. And okay, looks like we've got a total of 5 Gemini Max releases to take a look at. Yeah, not looking at that wrong. I'm not having double vision, so 5 Gemini Max releases. What is going on here? We've got the, I think I know what they're doing here. I think they're going to do all 3 of the Royal Australian Air Force 737-700. So this one has the 100th anniversary sticker. Second one has the regular livery and has Alpha 36-002. And then our third one should be 36-001, which is indeed correct. I'm not really a fan of them doing all these duplicate releases like what NG has done, but this is really the only instance that they've done it. So for now, I'll save my complaints. My more serious ones, that is. And the next up, we have a Royal Air Force P-8 Poseidon, Zulu Papa Zulu Papa 806. I get used to saying the dash after letters, but Royal Air Force P-8 Poseidon here. And then we have the German Air Force Airbus A400M with the Air Defender 2023 tail. This has been sitting on the future releases for quite a while, so kind of nice that they finally got this out. I don't have an A400 yet. I don't really have a practical use for it, but I would like to have one in my collection, so this may be a good choice for me to get when I do have, if the other releases aren't as appetizing. Now, the good news is we do have plenty of 1 to 400 releases to take a look at, so the total size of 1 to 400 models, they haven't really been affected by the 5 Gemini Max releases. Our first 1 to 400 commercial release, we have the United 787-10 flaps down configuration. So we'll have that regular 7810 to take a look at right after that, and that is indeed the case. Looking really good. Don't have a United wide body yet. I actually have a United 777 and various old planes, so disregard that statement. But I do need to get more United wide bodies, the current ones, that is, because I'm really lacking on those. And look at that, KLM City Hopper E195 E2. I figured that they would be doing this right after they did the 1 to 200 release last month, so good to see them following up on that. The Porter looks really nice. I'm excited to get mine, so can't wait to see how that one turns out. Continuing up, holy, 1 to 400 A300. Yes. Not the most pleasing release, at least from my perspective, but I can definitely understand the desire for those that really wanted it. Emirates A300 in 1 to 400 scale. Wow, that's been a long time coming from Gemini Jets, so I really hope they do something like a FedEx or UPS, which I already have from Aero Classics, but I suppose I wouldn't mind getting those, because those would look really nice. But yeah, looking really nice. Excited to see that. Oh, wow, yes! Well, folks, if you missed out on the Delta CRJ 900 back in 2021, which is going to be 3 years ago now this March, here's a second chance to get one. So, really happy that they did that. And it's the same registration as in 1 to 200, November 800 Sierra Kilo. And I think, because this does have the fixed gears, I may consider getting this. I don't know for sure. But my CRJ 900, the previous release, does not, I lost a nose gear on it. So I think I may have to get a replacements on that. Yes! Oh my god, yes! Okay, I'm doing this right now. Okay, so if you wanted to know what I was reacting to, the Delta 757-200 widget has just been announced. I'm going to go to Panda Fox Toys and immediately get this pre-ordered, because I cannot miss out on something like that. The NG is extremely hard to find, and their previous Gemini release is also long gone. Well, let me take a look at the last 2 Gemini releases, and look at that, a 737-200. This is a very interesting livery. What is this all about? Honduras. Is this fictional or is this real? Hold up here. Let me check. Oh no, this is Aviatsa, I think is how you say it. I don't know. And don't entirely know how to say that, but some sort of Honduras aircraft, a 732, but nice to see that Gemini is bringing that type back. We've got a lot of cool stuff in this release. And then what do we cap this off with? An Atlas Air 747-8, the same one that was released in 1 to 200 scale with that special sticker on the left side of the plane. And there we go. That is everything for this month. Just making sure I didn't skip over anything, which is indeed correct. All right. So now looking at it from a more wide perspective, this is definitely, it's not the most diverse release in the world, but I think for at least the types that they chose, like the A300 and the 737-200, I'm mostly biased because I'm a retro collector now. But the fact that they've released those 2 types makes me very happy, and it makes me very confident that a lot of the types that I really want to see made, like, I mean, for the 737-200, I would love to see a Frontier Saul Bass livery. So Gemini Jets, please do that. If you're going to keep using your 732 mold, please, please, please do that, because I am sick and tired of seeing those things on eBay. The Aero Classics, and I think SMA did one as well. But the other ones that have been announced like 15, 20 years ago, they sell for upwards of $300 on eBay, and it's ridiculous. I do not have the budget to spend that much on that, but I really hope that Gemini Jets does it at some point if Aero Classics isn't going to bite the bullet on it. No question, I'm getting the Delta 757-200. I'm really going to have to think about the Delta CRJ 900 because I already have one, like I said, and I'm not really one to collect duplicates necessarily, but this should have the fixed main landing gear, and I think I may get it just for that. So I'll definitely sit on that one and think about it before I jump the gun on it. Emirates A300, if I collected more of that type of stuff, I'd definitely be interested. So I'll wait to see what else they've got for the A300 and see how good that mold turns out as well. I'll be curious to see how that turns out when the pictures come out. KLM City Hopper, that should be nice for our European collectors, and the 2 United 7010s to please North American folks. Continuing on, we have our Gemini Max, a total of 5 of them this month, which I think is a record. I think that's the most Gemini Max that they've done in a single month. The 3 Royal Australian Air Force 737s definitely bloat that count, and then the other 2 are the Royal Air Force Poseidon and German Air Force A400M Atlas. Moving down into 1 to 200 scale, we've got your typical Gemini Jets selection, but the DC-3 is a very nice touch. I love to see that effort from Gemini here. Hopefully they bring back the 1 to 400 DC-3 because there are some really good options that I'd love to see done. North Central is a big miss that we have right now for DC-3s in my opinion. So hopefully if Gemini does express interest in that and they bring back their 1 to 400 DC-3 or even JC, I'm not sure if JC has a DC-3 mold, but whatever the case may be, I hope Gemini does bring the DC-3 back to 400 scale and announces something like North Central or some other appetizing aircraft type, or livery rather. Delta CRJ9 in 1 to 200 as well, so I didn't think they were going to do that in 1 to 400 in the same month. So that is quite interesting that they did it in both scales in the same month. That's definitely a huge plus. And then other offerings, nothing else really stands out too much. The UPS 7.5, I'm sure some people would like that, but otherwise nothing really else I can comment on that stands out to me, particularly in the 200 scale side of things. So, my picks from this release is going to be the Delta 752 in 1 to 400, no question. I am going to be ordering that. I'm actually going to order it right now, so let me find the Gemini pre-order. There we go. Love to see this effort. And I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of, and you'll be seeing an unboxing of that when the models come in about 5 weeks or so, maybe 6, depending on how long it takes for it to get here. So, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.